Okay, it's Toby from Heavyweight MMA. Today with baby Nansen, combat sports specialist, fights boxing, fights kickboxing, fights Muay Thai, fights MMA, fights everything. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good. Thanks for giving me some time. We've got a big fight coming up. You're fighting on XFC 71, Mansfield Tavern, Brisbane, Australia, fighting Annie Thatcher soon.
Yep. Definitely excited to come to Australia and get some experience those ways. I've fought nearly everybody in New Zealand, and it's time for me to get back out there and just see what the world has to offer me.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. You and Aaron Toe storming the beaches, right?
Yeah. No, we're definitely coming. We're coming strong. Yeah.
Awesome. So tell me right now, this part of the week, you're fighting this weekend. So like you're at the end of the camp, are you just kind of pulling it back this weekend, toning down a bit?
Yeah, we're definitely tapering off on training and just doing a lot more just light pad work. I've done all the hard yards. I'm just I've got a bit of a weight cut to do. Got about a kilo to go. So yeah, I'm really glad that everything's going really well. My eating and my training. Just getting ready to get in there and do the business.
Nice. So how do you feel about your evolution as an MMA fighter? Now you're training obviously with CKB. How's it all going? How's your ground game going in particular, your wrestling game?
It's definitely gone a lot stronger than it has been. I've had a couple of bad losses on my record, especially as a professional fighter. Coming to another sport and being a professional fighter, it's a bit of a jump, but I'm definitely backing myself this time around, and I'm in the right gym. I'm in the best gym to get my grappling all on lock for this fight and the future fights. So yeah.
Yeah, and it's like you said, it's the right gym. I mean, a lot of the guys there, although they're MMA fighters, a lot of them kicked off with stand-up, being specialist stand-up fighters. Then they developed their grappling game as a secondary thing, right? So you're kind of going on the same lines like Adesanya, looking at Dan Hooker, etc., that started in the kickboxing realm, right?
It's definitely an honour to be amongst those boys. It's been inspirational and big motivation for me, especially as they also came from the kickboxing and boxing. They have history of that, so I'm honoured to be alongside the boys and also to know them personally.
Yeah, nice. I saw you a few of your photos or other people's photos on Instagram of you throwing a couple of the lads around. It looked like maybe it was a spider. You were suplexing Aaron Toe, his locks flying everywhere, right?
Yeah. It's one of our workouts that we do, our conditioning program. But it's our girls that I usually have out of camp and haven't and just getting back into camp. But I've been paired up with the boys. But that's just as good for us girls as well. I guess if we could grapple with the boys, then it makes us that much more confident to get in there in the cage with the women.
Yeah, so you heard you mention in another interview that you feel like you're a bit of a bully with the girls, so you don't mind grappling with the lads. Which sort of guys do you tend to grapple with over there?
Well, they're guys my size. So there's Lawrence. He's a professional fighter now. He's around bantamweight.
Yeah.
We also have Nikora Lee Kingi, who was a King of the Ring champion. Jason Zen, and we also have some international boys that have come from Germany that I've been enjoying my camp with.
Nice. Hey, tell us a bit about your background, baby. You kicked off. I heard you say originally that you kicked off in Muay Thai, but you thought you were a bit of a puncher. So you started in Muay Thai, but you already thought you were a puncher. So is that just on the streets, throwing right hands sometimes, or
Well, I've always liked my hands, even though I was a kickboxer. And before fighting, I did have a temper problem, and there was a few things that I could have done better in the past. But now I've like found Muay Thai and just totally addicted to the fight game, and it's really tamed me over the years. It's been 16 years in the game, like Muay Thai, MMA, boxing, and it's just really humbling. Every training that I've had, every challenge I've had has just really helped me mentally. And I guess I could say I'm a natural. I've always been a natural aggressive person, but I'm much more tamed one now that I've found the martial arts.
Yeah, that's the great thing about fighting. You know, there's many a fighter that have come from, you know, difficult backgrounds or difficult circumstances, and it's an outlet, right? It's a way of channeling some aggression into something that can be positive and, you know, can be work and can be, you know, in a room rather than out on the street somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And it's so enjoyable, and that way we've like street fights don't really last long, but we have one fit person just as fit as we are training hard for that fight. So it's a beautiful it's a beautiful feeling getting in there and fighting in the cage or in the ring. Yeah, it's a feeling that can't be replaced. This like street fights are street fights, and you get in trouble for that stuff. Like I have in the past, but like with martial arts, I'm so glad I've got it in my life. I don't think I'm going to stop doing this even when I'm in a cane, holding my little cane. I'll still be doing martial arts because it's a big part of me, and I don't think I could. Yeah, it really helps me in life. Start to my day is exercising. So,
that's it. And I see that it also flows in your family blood with Nansen, and I heard you also mention your sister fights. But I know Nance from seeing him fight in King of the Ring, and that you guys are all warriors, and obviously all the Pacific Island races all have a lot of warring history, you know, a lot of fighting history. So your Samoan background also lends itself to fighting as well, right?
Yes, for sure. I think it's definitely in the bloodline as well, being Polynesian, and having those the natural strength of athleticism that I need in my fights. We got the likes of Mark Hunt and all of them as well. Like there's a big line of polys that are doing great things for the sport around the world. And I definitely look up to my sister and my brother over the years. They've definitely been my most inspirational athletes. And my partner fights as well. He's also MMA fighter, Sam Hill.
Yeah, I've seen you guys training together before on maybe on Facebook or something before. That's good thing to have someone that understands the trials and the work that you're going through, right?
Yeah. It's been great having him in my camp as well. Yeah.
So what are your goals, baby? Like in MMA, what's your goals this year, and what's your long-term goals?
My goal this year is to get more international fights, and my long-term goal will be to get on the world stage, be able to make the big bucks, and just because I make so much sacrifices and there's a lot of financial strains involved with being in fight camp. You know, we're not the richest positions to have, but it takes a lot of sacrifice, and I've sacrificed so much, and I've got twins as well, so I'd like to make that worthwhile and make UFC one day or PFL one championship, any of the big promotions. Yeah, that's my big goal.
So the steps to get there are to keep doing well in the MMA, right, and get some good wins in XFC as an example, or Eternal, or any of the big shows over in New Zealand as well. I guess Shuriken, King of the Ring, any of these shows, right?
Yes, for sure. And Shuriken is good that we have we can access UFC Fight Pass. So
It's into
pretty
UFC
cool.
Fight Pass now, right? That's a good thing. Yeah. So they're the key ones. I think the ones that are on those shows that you can access through UFC Fight Pass, obviously that gives you a little bit more of an audience, right? And also it's a link to UFC, right? Like the guys that are doing well on Eternal, quite a few of them get into UFC. So let's hope it does the same feeding effect from Shuriken, right?
Yeah, for sure. I'm excited that they have that access. So a lot more opportunities for us women to get out there and see where it takes us.
Nice. All right, baby. So finally, give me a prediction. XFC 71, February 24th, Mansfield Tavern, Brisbane, Australia, fighting Annie Thatcher. What's your call? What's going to happen?
We're going to have a really good war, that's for sure. Whether it's standing or on the ground, I'm looking to dominate that fight all round.
Looking forward to it. I had a little look at Annie, although I wasn't aware of her until now. I had a look at some of her fights, and she seems like quite an aggressive fighter. You're obviously an aggressive fighter, so it should be a war.
It's going to be a war. It's going to be awesome. Respect to her, but there could only be one winner, and that's me. I'm going to come get my praise and show you.
Awesome. All right. Thanks for your time, baby. I appreciate it. It's in the thick of things. You're just about to fly over last week, so thanks for coming on, and I'll see you in when I post it.
Cool. Okay. Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you so much for that.
Thanks, baby. Cheers.